efforts in tackling insecurity. Zambia gets 1 million cholera vaccine doses to contain outbreak. Life begins returning to normal in Ecuador. In business news, the federal government says it is strategic about the foreign exchange benchmark in 2024 budget. And in sports, the Super Sports to broadcast all 52 matches of AFCON. Details shortly.
News from around the world, the big stories and what's behind them, politics, business, sports and international news. This is news from around the world. This is news from around the world.
Welcome back to World News at 7. Now the news in detail. Major General Edward Buba, the Director of Defense Media Operations at the Defense Headquarters, delivered a crucial message to Nigerians regarding the ongoing fight against insecurity. In a bi-weekly media briefing held in Abuja on Thursday, he used the social media slang, "no grief for anybody," to underscore the need for unity. During the briefing, Major General Buba urged citizens to actively participate in the fight against insecurity by reporting any suspicious activities or sharing valuable information with the military. He assured the public that prompt action would be taken on any tip-offs received, emphasizing the significance of the community's involvement in ensuring national security. In the meantime, hours before the Army's call to the public, Nigerian police force expressed disapproval of the slang, which is believed to be about staying true to one's belief, no grief for anybody. The police, through its force spokesperson, Olumuyiwa Adejobi, warned that it could clamp down on people using slang. According to Adejobi, the police have received intelligence suggesting the slogan could incite a revolution and warned that it could be clamped down on people using it. The slang has been circulating on social media and has a logo and is inscribed on clothes and other items. Moving out of Nigeria, Zambian President Hakainde Hichilema has called for people to move from towns to villages following the deaths of 300 people in a cholera outbreak. He cited poor sanitation in densely populated urban areas as a breeding ground for the disease. More than 7,500 cholera cases have been reported nationwide since October, with over 500 new cases and 17 deaths in the last 24 hours. The World Health Organization is sending about 1 million cholera vaccine doses to contain the outbreak. Hichilema blamed some Zambians who moved to towns for the growth of informal settlements. Still on the foreign scene, few residents in Ecuador have fully recovered from the shock of this week, a moment which will live long in the city's collective memory. A resident, Dina Moreno, can't afford to stay home any longer. She sells mobile phone accessories at Guayaquil's biggest covered market, and like many of her fellow stallholders, has ventured out to open her business and get back to work. It's a similar story elsewhere in the market, as street food vendors, delivery boys and a preacher reciting Bible verses bring back the noise and bustle which has been absent since the attack. The violence started when a gang leader known as Fito escaped his prison cell. News of his escape triggered riots in at least 6 jails across the country, with a number of prison guards taken hostage. Masked men also attacked a TV station live on air. You're listening to World News at 7 a.m. on Voice of the People, 96.1 FM. Still to come. In business, the federal government says it is strategic about foreign exchange benchmark in 2024 budget. In the world of sports, Super Sports to give live broadcast of all 52 matches of AFCON. Stay tuned.
It's our legacy.
Nigeria must be
school. The labor of our heroes past must never be in vain.
It's your mandate.
Our allegiance is to the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and not to any political party or any political actor.
News from all around the world. Voice of the People, 96.1 FM. Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned on Voice of the People, 96.1 FM. And now to business. The federal government says it is conscious and strategic never to base the foreign exchange benchmark in the 2024 budget on a spot rate to avoid eventualities and uncertainties. The Minister of Budget and National Planning, Atiku Bagudu, disclosed this while speaking to State House correspondents. He explained that before arriving at the projected exchange rate of 750 naira to the dollar in the 2024 budget, which the National Assembly raised to 800 naira per dollar, the government considered and viewed critically the average performance of the naira. He noted that the federal government is sure that with the measures it is currently taking, there would soon be significant increase in the supply of foreign exchange into the economy. In the oil sector, oil prices have risen after Iran seized a tanker off the coast of Oman, raising concerns fuel prices could increase. The oil tanker was heading for Turkey on Thursday when armed men ordered it to sail to an Iranian port. The price of Brent crude oil jumped by more than 2% to $78.4 a barrel following the incident. Meanwhile, the UK government has modeled scenarios suggesting the disruption in the Red Sea could further shrink the British economy. Moving on to entertainment, Nigerian musician Tiwa Savage is set to debut on Amazon Prime Video in a drama film called Water and Gari. The film, directed by Meji Alabi, allows Aisha, a fashion designer who returns to her home country after a decade in the US. The story revolves around her struggle to cope with the loss of a family member and the escalating violence at home. In sports, the Minister of Sports Development, John Eno, has pledged to tackle funding challenges in sports development in the country. Eno made this known on Thursday in Abuja at a technical meeting with federations ahead of the 13th African Games in Ghana from March 8th to March 24th. The minister said funding has always been a challenge in the development of sports in the country and that relying wholly on government for funds is no longer tenable. The minister urged and encouraged the federations to push for a podium finish at the Games, where Nigeria will be participating in 23 sports and 3 demonstration sports. Still in the world of sports, Super Sports will broadcast all 52 matches of the Africa Cup of Nations Côte d'Ivoire 2023 AFCON live. This comes after MultiChoice secured the rights to broadcast the continent's showpiece tournament, which kicks off on the 13th of January 2024 until 11th of February 2024. Supersport CEO Rendani Ramova and NWTV Managing Director Nimonka Kolani made this known in a statement. According to sports reporters, the agreement with rights holders demonstrates the importance of Africans' happiness during the biggest football competition in Africa. And that story brings us to the end of World News at 7 a.m. on Voice of the People, 96.1 FM. Remember, your vigilance makes a difference. Protect yourself and your community. #safety first, #stay secure. For coverage of your live events and brand mentions in our news bulletin, do send a mail to abujanews@voiceofthepeople.ng. You can follow VOP on these social media handles. On Instagram, it's at VOPFM. On Facebook, it's at VOP Abuja. On X, VOP961. YouTube, VOP961. The news was produced by Yechenu Sasetu. Good morning. Many thanks for listening. My name is Gesere Agua. Coming up next is the Front Page Review.